In one or two areas across Northern Ireland, it has been a little bit misty and foggy around the Belfast area, for example. Keep some of that mistiness through this afternoon. A bit more cloud across western Scotland. So you see, there are some nuances to our weather today. The blue across Scotland, that's the frost across the hills of Scotland and the mountains. And across the border, we go into England, certainly through the Vale of York is looking quite sunny. Quite a breeze across the eastern coast, though. Now, tonight, it will be clear for a time, but then during the course of the night, we're actually going to see some mist and fog forming. Some of the fog will be quite dense, appearing almost anywhere across the country, but more particularly, of course, in the prone areas. 0 degrees in Newcastle, around 4 degrees in Plymouth tonight, so a bit of a frost across the northern half of the UK. And the fog, which would have formed during the night, may be very stubborn to clear tomorrow morning. It's this time of the year where if it forms, it might stick around the whole day, and it could be quite chilly. So these are the temperatures given the fact we get some sunshine. If it's foggy, it'll be a little bit colder than that. Now, as we get into the weekend, the high pressure, which we've been talking about for a few days now, really does dominate the scene. In fact, the whole of the continent here, it's a big area. And the weather actually isn't going to change for as long as that high pressure is there, or its orientation, the way the winds flow around it. So we're talking about frosty mornings through the weekend, possibly foggy afternoons in 1 or 2 places, but overall dry, settled weather, maybe a couple of showers in the southeast on Sunday. And then into Monday, look at the temperatures. They're starting to drop down a little bit now, and the key's in the direction of the wind, at east or northeasterly. We're starting to drag in some colder air off the continent. And whilst we feel that nip in the air on Monday, continental Europe, early next week, it's plunging into its first major big freeze, sub-zero temperatures by day. This is on continental Europe. We'll be watching this to see if and when it starts to affect us sometime next week. But in the meantime, dry and foggy for most of us.
Thanks very much.